So in the introduction video of this channel, I told you that I am a big music lover and I want to do something about metal and create videos around metal and content around metal. And in this whole universe of metal music, I want to touch on a small subject and go a little bit more technical. This is really the listening to the music. I told you that I would show you how I listen to metal and to listen to music, and this video will be a first one in a series that I will plan to make about my different listening setups and my tips and tricks about how I listen to music. So what can you expect is in the next videos I will show you how I set up my turntable. I will also show you my home listening music system, what kind of speakers that I use, what kind of CD player that I use, what kind of amplifier that I use, and why I've chosen these kind of products. And for this video I want to concentrate on the mobile solutions that are there and that I have in my collection. And I can say collection because I have several solutions to listen to mobile music. All revolve around different formats. One of them is my smartphone, the other one is my OG iPod Classic 160 GB that I've modded a little bit, but I will tell you more about it later as well. So without further ado, let's dig in and yeah, enjoy the show. And before I start my real story, first of all, I would like to thank the first 102 subscribers to my channel. We finally reached my first goal and I want to grow this channel even further, so don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel, like these videos. You help me a lot, and this is actually, yeah, one of my dreams coming true. To create content on YouTube and have people entertained with the content that I'm creating and the stories that I'm telling. So show these to your friends, show this to your family. If you have other questions and suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment section. And before I created this video, I also asked you all a question on my Instagram story to be more precise. And one of these questions that I asked you was, what kind of content would you like to see and what kind of content would you like to, would like me to make? And I had some very, very interesting responses to those, and I will make sure I will do something with that, so you can expect that content in the future videos as well. And my second question was if some of you would be interested in seeing my mobile listening setups. So without further ado, I will show these to you now. Small disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Even though I will show you a lot of Audio-Technica products, I've bought these with my own money, I worked for that. Some of them were my demo products that I could buy at a discount. Some of them were really purchased from a customer because they were not available anymore from the company itself. The biggest example is the MSR7 Special Edition I will show you. And I've selected some of my favorite listening setups especially for you. So the first listening setup that I use quite a lot is the Mate 20 Pro smartphone with Tidal and the standard in-ears that come with that smartphone. Nothing very special, but still quite enjoyable when I want to go for a quick shop or a quick walk around the block. Doesn't really matter, but not the best sound in the world. It's very, very useful to make phone calls and what have you. Then of course we can cut the wires and we can go fully wireless, and for that I have my Audio-Technica M50X wireless headphones with Bluetooth aptX. This is still the old version, but Audio-Technica has launched their newest edition a couple of weeks ago. This is a great sounding headphone in my opinion. I really like the bass and also like the mid-range in this one. Is great to listen to guitar music, hip-hop, drum and bass and so on. Great headphone for this. And before I go to the wired solutions and the more high-res and the more high-end versions of my sets that I use a lot, I go for a hybrid solution, which is the Channeling M0 in combination with a good pair of in-ears and wirelessly connected to my smartphone. So I use the Channeling M0 as a Bluetooth receiver or as a transmitter, so I can either use it with the M50Xs or I can use it with music streaming from my phone directly through the channeling, and I keep the phone in my pockets and change the volume with this as well. So I'm not tethered to my smartphone with the in-ears. Then of course we also have the classic channeling alone, or I alternate between this setup and the OG of the music players for me, the iPod Classic 160 gigabytes. Absolutely love this product. This one is equipped with 2 SD cards instead of the classic hard drive, which is better for battery life, better for performance, less crashes, and more capacity. I believe you can go up to 1 terabyte with this product, or even further. I haven't checked it in a while, but yeah, absolutely worth to check it out if you still have your old iPod Classic somewhere in a drawer. Don't throw it away. You can give it a second life. It would be a shame to throw a beautiful piece of equipment away like this. What's also great with this channeling player is the channeling app. I can browse through the music library on my little media player just by clicking here. I can browse through the folders, browse through the artists, and I don't have to worry about anything. I can keep the channeling in my pocket. I can use my smartphone as a remote control. It's a brilliant way to listen to music. In my opinion, it's really the best of both worlds. If you think this little screen is too small, you can use your phone, and if you zoom in a bit, this is how it looks like. You can swipe through the menus, you can see the different screens. This one plays FLAC. You can use this one as a DAC as well because it has a USB-C connection. And with the proprietary drivers, you can connect it to your MacBook or to your Windows laptop, and then you can enjoy this one as an external digital to analog converter. A more detailed shot of the in-ears that I'm using. These are CKR 100S's, and I can replace the cable if I want. This is really a nice add-on, because the first thing that I break with my in-ears is, of course, the cable. Let's put these aside and we go for a more sophisticated solution right now. If you have a smartphone like I do, or if you have a laptop and you have a great music library with FLAC files, or you want to enjoy Tidal and you're not happy with the wired connection that you get from your phone, because of course every product has its limits and you can only put that much in a phone. So if you want to enjoy digital music and you want to enjoy music from your phone, you can either connect it via Bluetooth or via the standard USB-C in-ears, but there's also a different solution that is using a DAC, which is a digital to analog converter like that I have in the channeling, but you can connect directly to the USB-C connection either with an adapter or with the standard cable that is in there, or with an adapter cable. I will put some examples on the screen right now. The examples that I'm thinking of are the AudioQuest Dragonfly series or the Ibasso DC02. And in this instance, I use my old demo sample that I bought from my employer to demonstrate my products, which is a PHA 100 portable headphone amp and DAC. I can use this one directly connect to a PC with a micro USB cable. I can switch between the internal battery and the PC power source. On the side I have a volume control and a sampling LED, and here I can choose between analog in, I can use the headphone outputs, I can choose from digital and analog, and I can switch between low and high gain. And to connect it to my Mate 20 Pro, I either use an adapter cable and a standard micro USB cable, or I go with this solution, which is a cable going from micro USB to USB-C. You open USB Audio Player Pro when this USB device is connected. Okay. USB Audio Player Pro is in fact a smartphone app for Android that you can use to bypass the limits that Android has put on its USB-C connection. So if you want to listen to MQA, you can do this with iFi, DAC and headphone amp. You can also use different codecs. You can improve the quality actually, as a matter of fact. And you can control directly from here, or you can browse through the Tidal application if you link it to your USB Audio Player Pro. And you can see here that you can listen to MQA. It will decode the MQA and then you can listen to very high quality files. MQA, for those who do not know this, is a container, is a file format, is a very controversial topic in hi-fi land, if I may call it like that. I'm not an expert on this at all, so I can only suggest you to dig a little bit deeper. I can suggest you go to John Darko's channel or to the Hans Beekhuysen channel. He can explain a lot about MQA and how it works and what they think of it. In combination with my smartphone and this USB headphone amp and DAC, I use a pair of wired headphones, which is in this case the MSR7 Special Edition, connected directly to the headphone amp and DAC, which gives a marvelous sound and a great way to experience metal music. The album that I lately discovered is Costalom by Slaughter to Prevail, and also listen a lot to the latest from Lorna Shore. I can only advise you to check those tracks out for yourself, especially To the Hellfire, because damn that breakdown and damn that voice from hell. I don't know how he does it, but it's absolutely great. This concludes my video about my listening setups. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, and if you want to help me grow my channel, please subscribe and click the bell button to be notified whenever I upload a new video, which will be every single week. Oh, and if we reach 250 subscribers by the end of September, I will do an entire video in my dialect with English subtitles. I know that will be a massive work for me, but you know what? Let's have some fun with it. So I hope you can help me reach my goal, and if we get there, I promise you, het gaat een goede video worden. My name was Sven, you've been watching the Metal Foundry. See you next week. Bye bye!